Hello and welcome. We're going to do this tarot reading about those animals we keep seeing in circles. Now, I have looked it up. I don't normally like to look into things before I do the reading because I want to be completely unbiased. But I did look it up to see if it was still going on, and I could not find that information. So I don't know if this is past or if this has is still continuing. But I did see a lot of different photos of different, there was ants, or videos anyways. Aside from the sheep, there were ants. There was even, I don't know, it looked like maggots. It might have been worms that were doing the same thing. And there were reports of other animals like horses. And these are things that are happening all over the world. Different countries. Oh, and fish. Orcas were another one that there was a video of. So orcas, killer whales. So yeah, very interesting. We're seeing these animals just kind of go in circles. Now fish makes sense because that is something like a school of fish will do as a defense tactic. They will gather up into like a swarm, and they will, you know, kind of fight to get to the center so they're not on the outside where they can be attacked. That's kind of normal. And then there was another theory of, I can't remember what the disease is called, but a disease that affects sheep or other animals too, possibly. But that disease usually kills them in 2 days. And the sheep are on record for 12 days when that came out. So anyway, so that's what we're looking into. We're going to look at what the heck is going on. See if we can get some background on it, what's influencing it, what it could mean, all that good stuff. And I'm actually going to use, for some reason, I was kind of guided to use a Celtic Cross, which is kind of a different purpose for the Celtic Cross, but whatever. So I'm going to use like my interpretation of Celtic Cross, which has slight variations, and I don't do it very often. I'm using the Field Tarot. That is the cover. And I feel like we're well shuffled. If this seems interesting to you and you're new to the channel, my name is Melissa. And I also do witchy unboxing videos, Metaphysical Monday videos, and new moon and full moon tarot readings for zodiacs. Princess of Jess, manifestation. Okay. If it pops like that, I usually take it. If it just falls somewhere, no, I don't. All right, so animal circles. What is going on with these animal circle formations? All right. So this is going to be the situation. Choices. Choices is the keyword on this card. Seven of Cups. Options, also possibly confusion. I get sometimes from this card. Some of these cups are upside down. Some of them are right side up. We have a light and a dark aspect here. It just feels very like almost overwhelming. So there might be like an overwhelming aspect. This is just the situation. This would normally be like to represent the querent. This is going to represent our situation. So I feel like the situation is going to be revolving, no pun intended, around some sort of confusion. There's like an overwhelming or confusion going on. Let's see what else we have here. Now, this is going to be the challenge card. Of course, it's the Tower. So the challenge... I'm a little hoarse. My allergies are kicking up again for some reason, even though it's like 65 degrees outside. Anyways, the challenge is the Tower. So I feel like the challenging aspect here is going to be change. So I feel like this is kind of Now, my main question when I think about this, this situation, what's going on here, is it a cause or is it an effect? Is this, what these animals are doing going to cause something, or is this the effect of something else that's happened that we're unaware of? So that's kind of what I'm hoping to get down to in the point of the whole reading overall, once we get all the cards laid out. All right, so and then we have the Tower. I feel like the challenges change. We also have this lightning strike here. I do want to point out that I almost didn't do this reading because there was another volcano eruption in Hawaii. I don't remember what the name of it is. Maunalei, something like that. One of the, and it hasn't erupted since 1984. So I feel like this kind of gives me those volcanic vibes. Okay, so it may have something to do with that. They felt the energy of it, you know, because animals can sense things like that, like an animal senses when somebody's about to have a seizure. So, and that's kind of what I kind of initially, my gut reaction was, is something like that. So this does kind of give me those vibes, and it prompts me to want to talk about the volcano. This is a shift, an eruption of change, sudden, unexpected, right? So I'm getting those vibes from that. So that's going to be our challenge. And then we have some influences up here. And the root down here. Okay, interesting. Both of those are fire element. So we have planning, the Two of Wands, and we have the Princess, or what would that be? The Knight? Yeah, I think that would be the Knight. Would that be the Knight, or would that be the Page? That might be the Page. I can't remember in this deck. Regardless, she's walking away, exploration and planning. So we have influences here, and the root, or something unknown or unseen, exploration. So exploration, and this, even just the imagery, do I have that centered in there very well so you can see all the cards? The imagery itself, she's barefoot. We have all these peaks. We have a peak up here too. We have one peak here. So I'm feeling like the like influences, the external kind of influences, we have like this one peak, and then we have multiple peaks down here that we're not seeing. That's the unknown. That's the root, what's beneath the surface. Also, I believe this is supposed to be water, like she's walking on the shore, but there are mountains behind. Again, I'm picking up the Hawaiian vibes, but that could just be because I know about the volcano. So I would like to not be swayed by that as a possibility, but like I'm really getting that. But anyways, so external, the influences, I mean, planning. I feel like this is indicating something is coming. And these are both wands, which are fire energy, which not necessarily just lava fire type energy, but also passion, desire, action, that kind of stuff. Assertiveness is something coming together here. And with the two, I also see that as, you know, things coming together. This is like a pairing, something joining something else. I feel like maybe with the planning keyword on here, we are getting that something is being put into motion, but isn't yet. So kind of leads away from you know, them sensing the volcanic activity. Now, with beneath the surface here, the unknown, the root, exploration, I feel like this is all about newness. This is about something that it is unseen and unknown. This is beneath the surface, but I feel like it's going to surface. I feel like this is almost like the one wand and the two wands, almost like it's going in order here, because, you know, just from intuitive with the imagery, I feel like it's going to surface. Like these points, these peaks on these mountains here, or whatever they're representing, kind of come to the surface as one. They come together, okay? I feel like there is something coming together here with the exploration keyword in this card. I normally would say this is maybe learning a new passion, or becoming passionate about something new, or a discovery even. They have exploration, which ties in with discovery. So I feel like there may be something that that is still to be discovered. I guess obviously we're trying to discover what's going on here, but I feel like this activity of these animals is going to bring forth some type of kind of discovery where there is something that is coming together. All right, so let's see what else we got going on. So we're going to do like a past, future, cause effect kind of for the next two. right, so past cause, future effect, both swords. Interesting air energy here. The Eight of Swords, definitely going with that isolation. I like that as a keyword on these cards. The Eight of Swords, you might recognize as the woman sitting or standing in the center, bound, blindfolded, surrounded by swords in the ground. That is definitely isolation. I would even go so far as to say self-isolation. As far as the animals, yeah, I can see that, what would cause them to do that as a cause, kind of being walled off, and I don't know, I'm almost kind of getting like a neglected vibe. That's just the energy I'm feeling from that. Is not necessarily, normally I would call the Eight of Swords a self-isolation, just like, you know, the wrapping is loose, you're binding yourself. You must have bound yourself in order to not, the way you know, the way the card is laid out. There is just one on this card blocking the rest, right? Like, it's not force, is what I'm saying. There's no force involved. It's a little more effortless, I feel like. So I feel like nobody's putting in effort. I feel like there's a neglectful energy. So, you know, it's, I kind of just got the impression of like the animals all just standing around going, look at me, look at me. That's kind of what I'm getting as the past influence. I definitely agree with that isolation. Neglect is more what I'm feeling from that card for this reading. And then future or cause, determination, the Prince of Swords. So here we go. Okay, so the princess is the page. That's why I guess I was getting the learning something new. And then the prince is going to be our knight, traditionally. Bringing in some knowledge, bringing in some truth. Like I said, we're like, you know, something's going to surface, something is going to, something is being drawn together here. So yeah, I feel like, and the keyword determination, I don't feel like applies as much here, other than like, it's a definite, it's going to happen. Something is definitely going to happen. Something is being brought about. And the way he's facing toward all of these other cards and this tower, if you look at these together, you kind of see, like, it looks almost like he chopped down the tower, because we have the tower facing sideways. It's almost like he chopped down that tower. Like, this is going to happen. Something is, it's already been, okay, we could go with determination. It's already been determined. Something is predetermined to, happen as a cause of this. So there is, I feel like, something going to happen here. Other than intuitively, traditionally, we would say he's bringing information, which also would apply with something surfacing here. I feel it could be information as well that could surface. So they will, I feel like they will figure out the cause. And I just dropped a shitload of cards. I feel like this is saying they're determined to find the cause, maybe. There's a determination to reveal the cause, not clause. That's kind of what I'm getting for that as far as future. I feel like we will find something out. They'll figure something out, or something will happen, and then, you know, we'll hear all of the animals have stopped circling. I don't know. I feel like that's very information driven, and this is more activity driven. But again, something coming to the surface and something becoming known is kind of a simpler way to put it. Sometimes I have to say all the other junky stuff and ramble a little bit to get to the simple explanation. Now, are you going to be able to see that on there? I'm going to move these over just a smidge so we can get our last 4 cards. We're going to do our perspective, the environment, and then we're going to do the traditional hopes and fears, and then the outcome. All right. Our perspective, the environment surrounding everything, hopes and fears, and there's that union card again. Look at all these cups And then the outcome is the Magician. How interesting. Do I have that in the shot where you can see the card? I think that's good. Okay. Our perspective. Union. Again, that's another two. Two of Cups. We have that Two of Cups energy. Things are coming together. I feel like our perspective, this is showing me that our perspective is that there may be other things, other forces, not forces, other, I don't know what the word I'm trying to reach for is, but other things coming together here as well. Like alignment, aligning, things are aligning. I guess that would be a good way to put that. And then we have the Six of Cups. It says innocence here. I feel like that's more past energy, past self. I do like the doe is on here as well, because of the animal aspect. And part of the reason I chose this deck was because there were a lot of animal cards in here, and I thought that would be a great energy to bring to the reading. And so far we're getting a lot of people, right? And we finally have an animal here. So I thought that was kind of weird. Like, is there some sort of man-made aspect to this overall? All right. So anyways, this Six of Cups being the environment, innocence. I don't necessarily agree with the keyword for this reading. The Six of Cups is going to talk to me more about bringing the past forward, or it somehow engaging with past energies or past influence. So potentially maybe even kind of the way the environment used to be, if that makes any sense. Just the environment surrounding the reading and the issue. I feel like this is something, maybe this is something that's just gone on for years, just unnoticed. Yeah, with the Five of Cups as the hopes and fears. Yeah, I feel like that is definitely signaling some fears. This, this might actually be scaring some people. But I also feel like it's telling us not to dwell on it too much. Don't worry about it. It's not, disappointment, I feel like, does apply. That's the keyword in case it's not showing up very well. For the Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like maybe this is kind of like more mundane of a thing. Like, it's nothing that we need to really concern ourselves with. It's like a anticlimactic, I guess, would be the words I would choose. And then the outcome is the Magician. Like, all of the elements coming together to create something. I feel like overall, this, what these animals are doing, there is some kind of creative aspect to it, bringing all the things together. And I feel like this is a very big creation energy is what I'm getting from this Magician card for the outcome. So I feel like this does create something, but I also feel like it's bringing things forward. And bringing things that we have known or did know and forgot. I think that's definitely bringing something forward for us, bringing it to kind of up, bringing it up from, unknown to seen, to unrealized to understood. And I definitely still feel like, with this challenge being the tower, there's definitely some changes taking place that kind of create something for us, something new, things coming together to create something new. That is a change. But again, I feel like this is not something that we need to concern ourselves with. It's just something like it's, okay, I just kind of heard like nature, not nature, that word wasn't there. That was like a blank spot. Righting itself, like correcting itself, almost getting like a creative correction. So I don't know what that means. But that's what I'm getting for this reading. I thought it would be something way cooler, I am still getting, like, you know, like getting the volcano and the island vibes here. So, you know, there could be that aspect to it. But I'm just not seeing that. Like, I'm not getting any intuition cards. I'm not getting anything like that that is saying, like, the animals are sensing something intuitively or anything like that. So, anticlimactic. But if you enjoyed this reading, I have more to come. I am also going to be doing some unboxings and walkthroughs in the next week. So, I look forward to that. Always remember that the magic you seek is within you. Have a blessed day.